Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our webinar titled Beyond Transactions, Elevating Customer Service with Virtual Assistants. I am Camila Diaz, the event specialist here at Virtual Latinos, and I am thrilled to be hosting this session. Today, we're going to explore the transformative power of virtual assistants in enhancing customer service experiences. We will delve into how virtual assistants go beyond mere transactions, elevating customer support to new heights. We will also examine the operational impact of virtual assistants we're going to elevating our customer support to new heights and to examine the operational impact of virtual assistant on streamlining customer support processes and discover how these intelligent solutions empower customer service teams. But before we start, let me allow you to introduce our main host for today's webinar. Please join me in welcoming Maria Gabriela Briceño, the Customer Success Director of Virtual Latinos. You can call her Gaby. She's our Customer Success Director at Virtual Latinos. She has worked in the customer service and success field for over 4 years now. Her journey with Virtual Latinos began a little over 3 years ago, driven by her passion for helping both our customers and our virtual assistant to succeed. She's dedicated on finding ways to contribute, return, and improve your journey with us. How are you, Gaby?
I'm excited, a little nervous, but excited at the end of the day.
Thank you so much for being here, Gaby, and teaching us so much. But before we start and begin our discussion, I want you to ensure that you will have plenty of time for questions at the end of the session. So please feel free to submit your questions in the Q&A box throughout the webinar, and we will address them during the Q&A session at the end. So let's dive into our webinar and explore the remarkable impact of virtual assistants on customer service. Without further ado, let's begin with our webinar. The floor is yours, Gaby.
Thank you, Cami. Thank you so much for a great introduction. So let me get started. So first of all, thank you everyone for being here. It's a pleasure to talk to you for a little while and for us to exchange our knowledge. As Cami said, I look forward to all your questions, to your comments. We'll have a section at the end so we can review them. But in the meantime, let me dive in. So in a customer-centric area, their satisfaction is vital for business success. So maintaining an in-house customer service team can be costly too. So let's discover together how our virtual assistants offer cost-effective solutions, delivering personalized experience remotely. So let me share the agenda. So the first topic is the crucial role of customer service, then redefining customer service standards across industries, uninterrupted support with VA, seamless customer care, streamline amazing customer service with VAs, customize strategies for seamless integration of VAs into workflows, and benefits of hiring a customer service VA. So without further ado, let's go with the first one, the crucial role of customer service. So customer service is the cornerstone of business success, facilitating customer retention, value maximization, and the cultivation of a loyal customer base, which I believe is the ultimate goal at the end of the day. So it helps you retain existing customers, recoups customer acquisition costs, cultivates a loyal customer base, that this is very, very deeply important for the retention of your customer, which ultimately, as I was saying, one of our goals, and also that loyalty to your brand. It's also going to help you generate referrals and case studies and provide valuable testimonials and review. These last two can bring significant value to your business in a way that you're able to showcase it with your network. So case studies, testimonials can help your clients feel identified with other customers in your network or that are using either your business or your service. So, and even remove any last doubt that for example, a lead might have concerning proceeding with your service or business. So let's talk about also redefining customer service standards across industries. So virtual assistants are transforming the landscape. And I can talk also for myself because I started working as a VA from Venezuela, working for a company that's also in the States in that same line of business. And customer service across various industries began to see these numbers. So 97% of consumers say customer service affects brand loyalty. 61% of consumers will pay at least 5% for a good customer service experience. And you can count me in that vote. There is nothing like the experience of feeling valued and cherished for others. Not just like, for example, a robotic interaction, but like having that human touch that feels you part of that community, and that makes you feel part of that industry and that company too. Makes you feel identified with them. 60% of consumers have switched brands due to a negative contact service experience, and 87% of customers avoid buying from brands they don't trust. In that same line of thought, you'll be able, with an excellent customer service, you'll be able to meet the higher expectations of your customers by having a dedicated section of your business towards their needs. You can also offer personalized interaction, and that's something you're going to hear me say a lot, the human touch, that personalized touch. And it's something that I always like to preach and discuss, because by having the human touch can make your customers feel valued and cherished, rather than having a robotic interaction, which at some point can also be helpful, like having chatbots or streamlined processes in that regard. But as they can also speed up the process on your end too and be more efficient. But it's also very important to always never lose that human touch. And it's something, as I was saying, that you're going to be hearing that I'm always preaching. And also it's important to consider, for example, the help that AI offers us, while also putting up in a balance with that human touch and that personalized interactions. Also, you'll be able to provide accurate information and assistance on a timely manner, contribute to enhance customer satisfaction and brand loyalty, and it's a key component of the customer services strategy. Now let's go until uninterrupted support with VA seamless customer care. So I can also talk from experience right here, but not from my work, but as a customer myself. Consumers' patience is decreasing. I can say that for myself, like as you're having more access to technology, communication, you want things faster. And that's what, for example, has happened with social media. You want everything for yesterday, like as of now. And making customer satisfaction in this regard vital for business success, as we're always wanting everything fast. 39% of consumers are less patient since the pandemic. I can for sure say that after the pandemic, everything changed, 100%. So swift assistance is now a priority for our customers, and promptly addressing concerns boosts satisfactions and business appeal. And also 24-hour virtual assistant is crucial for enhancing customer satisfaction, but it would also depend on your needs and your line of business. So now let's talk about some key points to have an uninterrupted customer experience. So first, is recognizing the importance of the customer service, while also determining how it can impact your business and how you can invest on it if you haven't done it yet. The other thing is 24/7 customer support to meet consumer expectation. Depending on your line of work, on your line of business, you can have customers in different time zones, in different parts of the world. So having a 24/7 customer support can be of tremendous help when you're going to sleep, for example, but perhaps you have a client in Australia, in Japan, and you're currently in the States, and they're just waking up and needing your help. Here's when a 24/7 customer support can assist you in that regard. In-house customer care teams are vital, but can strain resources and distract from core business operations. Outsourcing customer support to dedicated and trained assistants is becoming a proactive approach for companies, including major brands. Establishing a smart process for outsourcing helps to streamline operations and maintaining focus on core business activities. And we're going to be talking more about this in the following slides. Before I dive into this little phrase, let me tell you something. Customer service, when you're working here, and I think in life in general, attitude is the key differentiator between good and bad experiences. And at the end of the day, as a customer, really reflect on it. What you're going to keep in mind and what you're going to take away with you is that good experience, or that experience that happened, either if it was good or if it was bad. And as Winston Churchill noted right here, attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference, and I can agree 100% on it. And positive attitude will foster openness and helpfulness, in this case, to your customers. So remote workers can also be facilitated by virtual assistants, VAs in this case, we're going to be talking about VAs, often exhibit higher job satisfaction due to, let's say, the following: flexibility and work-life balance. I can also talk from experience. I've been working remotely for over 4 years now, I believe, and it has been quite a change. There's nothing for sure. You have your own space to do your work, so you can separate the work from your personal life, but there's many benefits to it. I believe you're able to be more focused at some point, but there's also that some moment you have to, unwind. On the other room, you can have your husband, your wife, your daughter, your kids, your dog, or someone you cherish. And also, it's going to eliminate the stress of commuting. You could also, so I think, having a comfortable and personalized work environment, in this case, a safety place, a place in your home that is just for working, and it can increase autonomy and empowerment. Oops. Okay. So combining flexibility, but let's combine everything. Flexibility, reduce stress, personalized work environment, autonomy, and advanced communication tools creates an ideal setting for remote workers to excel in customer service delivery in many other areas, but as of now, we're focusing in customer service. So VAs can optimize customer support by providing 24/7 support, the one we mentioned a couple slides ago, that could assist you depending on your needs, on your line of business, because it doesn't work for everyone having a 24/7 customer service team. Maybe you need someone that works from your busy hours or from your 9 to 5, the regular business hours. They can also handle routine inquiries efficiently. You just have to provide them with the training and the context of your company. They need to also know your goals, your mission, your vision. So while every time they're working with a customer, while they're working with your clients, they're working towards that goal. So we're having this dedicated or personalized training about your needs, about your company, about what they have to do. Will help them, take this off your plate and assist your customers in a swift manner. Then we're going to have personalizing interactions based on customer preference. So when we talk about preference, we have a range of options, from communicating only by calls, preference towards emails, the client's preferred schedule for communication, or even the preferred point of contact for different matters, for feedback, for technical issues, for billing matters. Depends on your customer's needs. So all this in order to help you with what your client, as I was saying, needs the most. Then it's streamlining communication channels. And at the end, offering multilingual support for diverse customer bases. You could have a market that you haven't fully explored to add its full potential due to a language barrier there. So in this case, a VA can come in handy, especially if they talk more than one language. Now, let's move on to customized strategies for seamless integration of VAs into workflows. So the instant everything world around us demands quicker response and resolutions. And I think we can see that from both a work perspective and also from the customer of a service that you're using, of a product that you're using. You want everything quicker, faster. Now, you want everything quicker than later. So as per the reports, 41% of customers expect to receive an email response within 6 hours. That's fast, like very, very fast. And it's impossible to always meet those expectations, even as a business owner. So in this case, VAs are the best choice to meet those business goals, such as providing top-class customer support, and also meet your customers' expectations of having an answer within 6 hours. So here's some tips to customize strategies for VAs integration into your business. So let's start by first, these are some key tips you guys can keep in mind when you're gonna integrate some VAs into your workflows, into your day-to-day work. So first, it's identify workflows needs. I think I just gave an spoiler earlier, but begin by understanding your organization's unique workflow requirements and also pain points. Then based on that, you can also tailor training programs. Develop customized training programs that equip virtual assistants or your employer in this case with the specific skills and knowledge needed to perform their assigned tasks effectively. And then define clear roles and responsibilities. Clearly define the roles and responsibilities of virtual assistants. And I think this goes for everyone. Having a clear picture of where you start and where you end and what are your responsibilities helps you to really explore and go deep into everything that you have to do, so you're able to meet expectations, and you're also able to work, as we were saying, towards the company's goal, the company's vision. So it's having that in mind, and you're including that into every single one of your interactions. Then you can also implement feedback mechanism. There is nothing, talking from experience too, more effective than having one-on-ones with your team. It could be at the time frame you want. Monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, quick daily checking. It depends on you and your business. So establish feedback mechanism to gather insights from virtual assistant and other team members. Feedback from your internal operations, and also feedback from what your customers are saying, how you can improve, how you can be better, what you need to change, what is like the common factor that's being repeated over and over and over. Then there's also adapt and iterate. Continuously adapt and iterate your strategies based on feedback and performance that data to refine the integration of virtual assistants into workflows. We're not experts. We're not going to know from day one what works and what don't works. We know our business and we know what works at a level degree, but we might be wrong here and there. And we have to, to adapt and continue changing and continue improving. And based on that feedback and those comments that in this case your BA gathers, you can continue iterating and adapting. Then you can also, as you were mentioning earlier, AI, you can leverage technology solutions. Utilize technology solutions such as task management platforms, AI, collaboration tools, project management softwares, or CRMs. Some example of some softwares that you can use depending on your needs. You have Salesforce, you have Soho, you have HubSpot, you have ClickUp, and you have Infinity. Not all of those work for the same, but you can investigate a little bit and see which one works best for you, also depending on your needs. And now the last thing about customized strategies for seamless integration of BAs into workflows is monitor performance metrics. There are different metrics that you can dive in and review. So we're going to be covering some of them. So let's start first with productivity metrics. This helps you understand the amount of work being done within your support function, within your team. So here are some examples of metrics that you can use to monitor your team. So the number of new tickets created is one. It will help you see the overall demand of your support devices, then the number of tickets that have solved, the tickets that haven't been solved, and the average time spent on each ticket. That they can help you review your team capacity and how you can continue helping them and help your business to improve these timeframes. Then we have performance metrics. So it can help you focus on how long it's going to take for certain support activities to be done on a team level or at a person level. So we also have average first response time, average resolution time, resolution of service level of agreement percentage, and the number of interactions per ticket. So the number of customer and agent responses given insights on performance and issue complexity. Sometimes there are cases or there are tickets that you can you just have to give one answer and the ticket has been solved. But there are instances where there's like a conflict resolution and there's like a back and forth. And there are many, many communications between in this case, your virtual assistant and your customer. So seeing that those strengths in the long run can also help you improve the business and also improve your team. That at the end, you want to improve both for the ultimate goal, work towards your business and towards your mission and vision. Then we have quality metrics. They can help you assess how successful your customer support team is in executing its mission or fulfilling customer needs. So we have first contact resolution, customer satisfaction score, net promoter score, customer effort scores, number of escalations requests, and number of tickets reopened. Many of these metrics are not easy to calculate, or you can find the formula, but you can also search it online and it will give you like an easier way to determine these numbers, as they can help you in the end to be better. So before I go into this, I do wanted to mention, let me go back to the previous slide, is that at the end of the day, you can have all this data, all these metrics, but what you really want to do is really sit down and read the data to understand it and adapt and continue adapting and iterating based on the feedback so you can continue growing and improving. So that's also always something to keep in mind. And you also have to really, depending on all the metrics that we just shared, you really need to see which one is the one that's the right fit for you, because not all of them might be the good fit for you. You might need some of them or not all of them. So really sit down and understand your needs, where you're looking to learn and where you're looking to evaluate. That's also going to help you at the end of the day. And by implementing these customized strategies for the seamless integration of virtual assistants into workflows, organizations can leverage the full potential of these digital assistants to enhance productivity, efficiency, and overall business performance. So we have been talking a bunch about VAs, virtual assistants, what they can do for you, how you can include them into your workflows for a seamless integration. But let's now talk about what are the benefits of hiring a customer service VA. So virtual assistants have the potential to enhance customer relationships by reducing wait times during peak periods, minimizing queues for customer inquiries, managing multiple calls concurrently, particularly during busy hours, concluding calls positively to enhance the overall customer experience, while also slowly but certainly working towards your customers' loyalty to your brand. So they continue coming again and again and again. Facilitating customer communication with the business at any time. Engaging with customers through various communications channels to ensure accessibility and responsiveness. And with this, I just want to mention really quickly that this can also vary depending on the client's needs. So keeping this in mind while defining your communication strategy is essential. Emails or calls don't work for everyone. So you really need to sit down and understand what your customer needs so you can adapt to it. And now in the same line of thought of what are the benefits of hiring a customer service VA or a VA in general, affordability, one of the key benefits of hiring a VA. So many new entrepreneurs and small businesses owners begin with limited funds, and they're sacrificing aspects like brand awareness and promotion. In these early stages, expenses are primarily focused on essentials, making it challenging to afford and in-housing. This is where virtual assistants prove invaluable. And for example, let's say, simply assign the task to a virtual assistant or a team of virtual assistants, and they will handle the rest. Working alongside a remote VA significantly cost. And that's the reason, let's say, why we are here, Virtual Latinos as your VA source. So finding the perfect virtual assistant for your business's customer service that aligns with your needs takes time and can get difficult and tricky. So that's why we are here for the following. You can spend your valuable time growing your business, and you can also let a virtual professional take care of the rest. We have handpicked virtual professionals and assistants from Latin America for business owners and entrepreneurs. So we're always here to help you in anything that you might need. So here are some tasks that a VA can do for you, one of our VAs can do for your business customer service. So they can manage client accounts. They can also utilize their call center or BPO experience for you, for your company to continue growing and learning based on that knowledge, for you to use it, but for you to also adapt it to your needs. So you guys can continue polishing and developing those relationships you want to have with your customers. They can also respond to customer inquiries via email or even calls or the communication channel you choose. Offer live chat support. I know that, and also they can help you with chatbots, but at some point I mentioned that it's essential, the human touch. I do want to highlight that it's also important, this type of resources. So it's very important to find a balance between the automations and also the human touch, because at the end, when you find that perfect balance, that takes time. But when you find it, you're going to be more efficient and you're going to have more time to do the fun stuff. Or for example, in this case, for your VAs to really dedicate to get to know your customers, get to know your client, so they can really understand their needs and help them toward achieving those needs, maybe upselling even. They can also engage with customers through multi-channel support, and they can also provide technical support. So for all the above, it's essential, and we have mentioned this before, a training process. So your VA can deeply understand your business, your needs, the needs of your clients, and how they can help you achieve your goals while providing the much needed support. So you might be asking now, I just mentioned that we can help. I just mentioned that we can offer you VAs for customer service. So why Virtual Latinos in general? And let me tell you why. I have a few reasons. And our VAs operate in US time zones for a seamless collaboration. And after, I wouldn't say difficult, but a challenging, let's say, applications process for our VAs to join our community. At the end of the day, only the top 1% of the candidates join our community. So you're going to have the top 1% talent handpicked talent in this case, offered to you. So in this case, we also acknowledge HR service, and that's where my department comes in. So the customer success team is where they come in. We're going to be there to support you along your hiring process. Just when you decide who to hire, You're going to have a success account manager right there for you to assist you, help you with your VA in anything that you might need, the highs, the lows, because there's with every human interaction and every human process, there are good times and also times to improve, areas of opportunity. So we're here to support all your needs. We also have English tested VAs, and our VAs adapt to your schedule. Part-time, full-time, weekend, and even sometimes evening. But all of this, you have to, bring it up in advance. So I'm going to leave here, this slide right here for a few minutes. So are you ready to unlock your business full potential? Hire a virtual administrative assistant today and experience the difference. Scan the code and book a 15-minute call with our recruitment associates. We're going to be more than happy to help you and assist you along the process. And hopefully, at the end of the day, when you decide who to hire, my team is going to be here to support you. So you have here the code. Let's just give it 2 more seconds. And let me continue. So just to close, take your customer. This was just the tip of the iceberg, right? We're just starting to cover customer service, but take your customer service to new heights and move closer to your goals. Embrace the shift by hiring skilled virtual assistants at managing customer support. We can help you with that. Virtual assistants revolutionize your customer service, fostering greater customer loyalty. So what are you waiting for? So thank you so much for your time. I have been talking quite a lot for quite some time. So if you have any questions or anything that I can help you with, just let me share my screen real quick so we can cover those.
Hi, Gaby.
Right. Hello, Gaby. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for all the valuable insight you gave us on customer service and virtual assistants. We have a few questions, so I'm excited to dive into them. I will read them to you so you can just concentrate in answering them, okay?
Okay,
great.
Perfect.
So someone asked, what are some key indicators that suggest it's time to integrate virtual assistants into my customer service strategy?
So that's a great question. And I can start by saying that if you're already thinking about it, I think that's a key indicator. If you're already, flirting with the idea and you have it right here, maybe that's a key indicator for you. But also, perhaps not having the time to dedicate as you would like to your customers. Also, you haven't feeling frustrated too that you cannot focus all your time and perhaps what you would like to do. Maybe customer service is what you don't like to do. You started your business for something else, and at the end of the day, you want to also foster those relationships from your loyal customers. So I would say the key indicators can be clear with the idea that you already have, having time constraints, and also feeling frustrated could be that you cannot cover everything that you want to cover at some point.
Thank you so much, Gaby. You're so right. By the way, I just sent in the chat the link of the QR code you just showed on. So if someone missed it, it's in the chat, everyone. In case you're interested in hiring a virtual assistant with virtual attendance. Now, back with our questions. The next one says, how do virtual assistants provide personalized and empathic customer support?
So that's also a very, very good question. And I can say from experience that I'm still learning. I'm still adapting and iterating from my experience and from my team experience. But let me try to think of a few things that I can share with you. I think it's very important to have a personalized onboarding with them, like a call with them. Automating emails is very helpful when you're streamlining in, your processes, but also having times for these interactions face-to-face are essential. So for example, an onboarding, it's fantastic. It's a great idea. It could be on a call, like as we're doing right now. It could be on Zoom and Google Meet, depends on your needs. And also having constant checkups, follow-up checkups through a call, through an email. As I said, you need to really identify what are your customers' needs concerning communication. And also, for example, the times when they would like to be reached out. Sometimes customers are hard to contact, but I think this constant try to contact them, to establish and have this line of communication with them is very important. Also, at the end of the day, one recommendation that I can share, it's having templates. It's fantastic because when you have been working for quite some time with your customers, you really get to a point where you know some of the things that are going to happen. So you can, advance, you can get ahead in the sense of having a template to different type of communications, but it's always important to personalize it based on the situation. So if they're coming to you with a conflict, if they're coming to you with a situation, rather than just need a template that has all the information for everyone, including personalized information about the client. Perhaps are they saying that they're frustrated? Maybe just rather than sending an email, you should jump on a call with them to really understand what are their needs and maybe even try to retain them within your company. Maybe they just want to be heard. So I would say that rather than just being robotic, it's trying to sit down and also analyze. Analyzing is critical. Analyzing what you're having right there. So you can have tools that can help you automate and streamlining the process, but you need to also be analytical over a situation that you're receiving. And when you're having these interactions with humans, just like you perhaps can include little messages here and there about past conversations that you have, like, hey, I recall that you were about to, I don't know, move to a different city. How did it go? Or, hey, I recall that you were having, that your car just broke down when we were talking. What happened? Is everything okay? Or something great happened. I don't know, they graduated from school. Like, hey, congratulations that we discussed it a few months ago. How did the celebrations go? What happened? So there's a little things that you can include in your interactions that in the long run are going to help you for it to be more personalized and be more empathetic. For a summary, I would say critical thinking, it's important, extremely important. Be critical and really analyzing what you're having right in front of you. It's going to help you in the end to rather not sound robotic.
Thank you so much for that answer, Gaby. And talking about being robotic nowadays, I have a great question that our viewer Gerardo Rivera just dropped in the chat box. He said, with so many AI services, how does a company like Virtual Latinos continue to provide value to clients?
Let me reply to it in general because I wanted to know, what do you mean about value? But let's say that AI, it's a fantastic tool that it can help your team. You can use it to help you, even give you ideas of things that you want to do, but you're controlling the tool. The tool is not controlling you. So at the end of the day, you're interacting with human beings that are thinking for you, thinking for your needs. So they can be helping us, I don't know, writing an email, giving me an idea of what I want to bring. But at the end of the day, I have to give AI what I want. So do I want to persuade you? Do I want to mention a certain type of information? So I would say AI is just here to help us in the end of the day, but it shouldn't be what you're using to exchange for a person, let's say. It's here to help that person. So I would say that the important thing is getting on the wave and really getting on the wave of AI and learning AI so that you can utilize it as a company too for your advantage.
Thank you so much, Gaby. Gerardo answered, great response. Thank you. And thank you so much, Gerardo, for making this question. We really want just to give you all the valuable information we can. And talking about customer service, how it can help improve so much your company. And I think that nobody likes to know that they are just a number or just money to your business. Everyone, it's human, and we like that human treatment at the end of the day. And that's something that AI won't be able to give us.
I agree 100%, Cami.
Thank you, Gaby. Yeah. We have another very interesting question here. It says, can you share some examples of successful implementations of virtual assistant in enhancing customer service experiences?
I can talk in general about perhaps successful implementations of VAs and enhancing the experience of customer service. But when you really, I want to talk as well as from customer success, because I like to talk from customer success point of view, as customer success differentiates from customer service because you're being proactive to every situation that you're handling. So a successful implementation could be, I won't want to say names, but we have had clients that at the end of the day didn't have a structure, and they were entrepreneurs and they were doing them by themselves. So they come to us to have a person that helps them in this regard to perhaps answer calls, answer emails. And I can also talk from my experience when I was starting in this journey. So at the beginning, there's no easy answer or there's no easy solution, because you also have to do your research. You really have to investigate and research on what works for you, for your business, and your needs. So you have to set up like a plan. Rather than just saying like an example or a successful story, I'm going to say like you have to set a plan. So first you have to determine what are your needs, what you're looking for. Then you have to really sit down and research like what works for perhaps my line of business, or what works for my needs, what I'm looking for. Does a chat box, works better for me? Or perhaps do I need someone right here that's always answering the emails and the calls and having this proactive like communication with customers when they're coming, or, reaching out to them to perhaps upsell or see how everything's doing with their service or with the product. So that would say that's the second thing that, research. And then I would say prepare. And by preparing, I mean, you have to have a training plan. It's very important that you have a training plan for any person that's joining your team. So they, as I was saying, they can really know your line of business, your mission, your goals, what you're looking for, and, what are they going to do in your team? Like, is there a software that they're going to use? Like, what software are they going to use? Like, give them training in every little detail that you have, so that at the end of the day, they can really understand what the tools that they're going to be working with, the context of where they're going to be working on, and also what's their goal. Like, my goal is, which both of them, I'm going to say that they're totally fine. Like, is my goal going to be answer to every issue that comes up? Or is my goal trying to be perhaps more proactive in the sense of I'm going to get to them. I want to establish a relationship with them. So there are two different things that you're trying to, to pursue. Or perhaps you have a total different goal. I want to sell. I want to increase my business. I want to increase brand loyalty. I want to increase retention. Because at the end of the day, by having retention and brand loyalty, you're going to also continue improving your business. So, and then after you have that training and how you want your VA to work with you, I would just say, in this case, contact us so we can assist you with the process. You're also going to be talking with, in this case, with our recruitment consultants and recruitment. You're going to go through a recruitment process. They're going to also help you and perhaps see what are really your needs. But before starting and hiring a VA, I would say it's really sitting down and reviewing your needs and what you need and preparing for that. So I hope I answered your question, but I would say you have to, create a little plan for that.
Thank you so much, Gaby. We have a few more questions, and everyone who is watching us right now, if you have a question, if there's something on your mind right now, leave it in the chat box or the Q&A box, because we're answering them all right now. Our next question is, I would like to hire a virtual assistant for my real estate company. However, I don't know how to make sure a person working remotely is the right fit for me. How does Virtual Latinos take care of hiring the correct candidate? Is there any guarantee?
That's a great question. So I think that this doesn't really apply only for VAs, but I think also you can apply to for local hirings. I think at some point, you get experience and you get better. At some point, you don't really know, or you're unsure of how to also interview a person. And that doesn't only happen when you're hiring on site. That also happens when you're hiring remotely. So, for example, you can make a list of all the little things you want for this person to have, or for this person, what are your do's and don'ts, and what are your non-negotiables? For example, is it for me a non-negotiable that they have to work in just from a particular place, or is it okay for them to be working, I don't know, one day from a cafe and one day from home? That can be something. Is it a non-negotiable for me to have a space that there's no like background noise, or as it's going to be perhaps a more back office role? I don't mind. So making a list of your do's and don'ts and also the non-negotiables is going to give you a line for you to follow on what you're really looking for in a person. Because the skills, the tasks that you want to do, the experience, you're going to be discussing that with the recruitment. And the recruitment is going to be working very, very hard on understanding your needs, understanding what you're looking for in this person, and delivering those candidates to you. So we take care there's a consultation that happens with recruitment, and also there's something that you have to, a resource you have to fill out. So we really see where you're looking in this person, a schedule, the number of hours a week, as I was saying, your industry, the background of this person, the tasks that they have to, to do in a day-to-day work. And then there's like a consultation with recruitment, so they can really review that information and have a conversation with you to really understand what's your starting point and where you're at. And then after that, the interviews come and you have that little list. And at the end of the day, this person can be on a different country, for sure. I'm, for example, in Caracas, and Cami's in Bogota. So we're in two different countries at the end of the day. But that doesn't stop us from working smoothly and having different software resources that you can use on your day-to-day to work with a person. So, for example, before also hiring the person, determine what's the right tool for you to use for communication, and also the CRM that you're going to be using. Or perhaps you're just starting and you want to only use Google Sheets, like an Excel. You have your Google Drive. Like, really understand your needs and what you're looking for. And I would say write it down. I say a little note because I'm more of a agenda type of girl, but you can also have it on a document. So I would say that's a summary. And how does Virtual Latinos take care of hiring the correct candidate? Yes, we do there's why it takes time for us, 7 to 10 business days for us to deliver the right candidate, because we do take the time to really understand your needs and what you're looking for and really search for that person in our pool of talent. And also, if there's any guarantee, yes. So if it's for some reason it doesn't work, we're always going to try to work with you to work out the relationship. So at the end of the day, when we hire a person, we're also working with both parties, in this case, you as a customer and also the VA, to really help you succeed. So it's at some point you don't succeed, you can also hire a replacement through us. So yeah, we can help you with that too.
I would like to add up a little with that, what you said, Gaby. It sounds like a lot of work before, because it's a lot of investigation and research on what do you need for your company. But after you have the right candidate with us, it's really, I think I haven't heard one bad story with our VAs. It's really, really good, and it really improves everyone's businesses. And that's why we work here. And we really like what we do. I feel we're very passionate people. The pool talent we have, we're all very passionate. And I'm sorry.
Sorry, Gaby. I was about to say that, yes, we're very passionate about helping you succeed and helping you in your business, and really being there for you to help you throughout the process in any stage. I'm talking from success perspective, which is by department, but I can assure you from every part of our company, recruitment, marketing, everyone is here to help you in any regard.
That's so true. Our last question we have, Gaby, is how do you prevent virtual assistants from making excuses, such as not being able to work due to internet connections, or someone in their family being sick?
That's a fantastic question. And I think this also too applies for local persons and also VAs. And from VAs can be trickier and harder, because maybe you have never worked with a person that's working remote. And as I say to my team, I'm a person that if you don't have trust, the trust is there, right? But having that trust is important to start in a relationship with anyone. And when that trust starts to getting, a little bit flaky, or you're no longer trusting that other person, that's when things start getting difficult. So I would say first, constant communication is key. Constant communication with the person that's behind the screen is going to help you understanding them as a person, as a human, also as a worker. It's going to continue to work to grow that trust between both of you. And that also goes both ways, both from you and also from your VA in this case. Internet issues and family being sick, that also happens. Of course, they can use it at some point as an excuse. Anyone can use that as an excuse. But you can also notice that at some point, if it's getting recurrent, you can also see if it's alive or if it's not alive. There are also, I would say that those are ways, like having a constant communication with a person, and also like that to build that trust with them. And also see when it's getting recurrent, if it's been all the time, or perhaps once every 2 weeks or every week, it's maybe getting a little bit odd. But let's talk about a family member getting sick. You can perhaps give them the day or the hours for them to be with a family member that they have to take care of, and then in the following days you can ask how are they feeling? How are they being? Did they get better? And from that response from that person, if it's natural or if it's it caught them off guard, you can really notice if someone is lying or if someone is actually telling the truth. So I would say that communication, it's key. And also the recurrence of the events, if it's constant or if it's not constant, I would say.
Thank you so much, Gabby. Well, we wrapped up with all the questions. Would you like to give a small conclusion or words after all the session?
Oh my, I believe that maybe our participants might be tired of hearing me talk, but customer service, it's beautiful. Like when you're working from that side of the business, you really get to see to really empathize and talk to and with the part in the case with your customer and get to know them as a human being, as a person. And I think that's also very beautiful because it helps you, it motivates you, and it gives you passion toward a goal, towards towards a goal. In this case, to helping that customer be happy, be successful, enjoying your service or enjoying your product. So I would say if you don't have it, I would say it's much needed because it's also going to help you with your customers and also in your line of work. But you can start small. You don't have to start thinking big. You don't have to start thinking with a huge team of 30 people, 100 people that's going to be helping us with all my customers, with all my clients. You can start small with just a person. And then as time goes by and you have more customers, you can continue growing that department too. But I think it's an essential and it's a key for every type of business. So I would just say, if you haven't really thought about it, if you haven't doubts about it, you can reach out to us and we can help you in the process. So looking forward to seeing you from the success side, my department, once you hire a VA through us. And just thank you for being here with us and really paying attention to everything that we had to say. And also thank you for all your questions.
Thank you so much, Gabby. That's true. We've explored how virtual assistants transcend traditional transactions, interaction, empowering customer support teams to deliver personalized and efficient services. From the streamlining processes to enhancing overall service efficiency, the operational impact of virtual assistant, everything. I feel we have all learned a lot about customer service, the virtual assistant world, how virtual Latinos work with all of this. And I feel it was a very, very valuable webinar session. And we cannot be more thankful with everyone that joined us today. Thank you, Gabby, for all this information you gave us. I'm sure everyone learned a lot. And thank you, everyone, for joining. See you next time. Have a great evening, morning, or night. And no matter where you are connected right now, that's the beautiful thing of the virtuality. Bye-bye, everyone. See you next time.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for everything.